Okay, let's see here. We're going to be able to see Wyatts versus Wolves here with 100 coming out first from YS's side. Wolves Survivor, we're going to be able to see Mercenary Psychologist, Anti-Current alongside with the Aeroplanist. Seems like D-Ball is going to also play Ivy here with Instant Detention followed up by Blink. Okay, moving straight on towards the game. It's going to be the Shadow form here being brought out by Ivy. We're going to be able to see Psychologist as well, but Psycho might just not be the best chase here. That's going to be a Relevation Scream stock, 63%. But I mean, like, for Psycho, there's really not much to worry about because Psychologist can tank 3 hits anyway. So, like, if you do decide to use your stack points there as well, it is more or less just a situation in which where you know, probably have to change targets soon is what I would like to say. That's going to be the hit on towards Psychologist there. I don't think you can chase after Psycho here anymore. Changing targets probably would be a little bit of a better choice because... I mean, like, with that in mind, though, 40-second cooldown, 38-second cooldown, 40-second cooldown on towards the clock for Psychologist. It really just is a matter of time. We did get that Scream on, though, so for D-King right now, he's at quite a bit of a really good position. That's going to be a few stacks on towards the Ivy, and with 83 there, it's going to be more or less of a situation in which where we say, okay, would we be able to get the fear stacks on here? If we do, that's great. If we don't, we're going to be able to get the vault back there immediately as well. But even with the vault back there, we should be able to rotate around this area. But since we are near Relevation, could be a little bit of an issue right here since we want to tie Kai's. That is an immediate hit down, and that's 90 seconds in towards the game. But even with 90 seconds in towards the game here, like, the only thing you have to worry about is just once 3 Cypher machines are done, 3 Cypher machines are done. There's not much you can do else in this situation. You could have Anti-Current to come in to harass. You could have Ivy to use her elevation to counter the Ivy, to counter Anti-Current sweep, stab and swipe. But I don't think it will be enough as well. The moment you get a stun, you can just do consecutive stuns right there. So, like, even if you do manage to cancel one, it doesn't really mean you can cancel the rest. With Mercenary right here, that's going to be a... Well, we didn't really get the Scream stocks on, but we are going to currently be on the out of areas right now. We're trying to get the rescue, 50%, 60%. Might be okay. That's a no damage rescue, all right, alongside with a second elbow pad out. And with D-King here rotating a little bit closely towards the corner here, I don't think that there is a basement nearby, which is why we decided to rotate out as well. Okay, if that's the case, we see why. We're getting rid of the... What's it called? Artifacts? We're getting rid of the artifacts deployed down by Ivy after Leech. And right now... Since Mercenary is still back at full health, Mercenary is going to be able to pop off his 100% Cypher machine. No, it's not. Yeah, it is Mercenary who's going to be able to do it. With 47 here currently being upstairs, we did get the Leech on, but it doesn't really matter because we can just keep decoding. And there's also the Aeroplanist there with Wanted Order. Okay, then if that's the case, Mercenary did come in here to rescue a little bit earlier than we expected. Psychologist can still get leeched on as well, so that's another thing to keep in mind. We definitely could get a leech and an immediate teleportation in here, so that's going to be Psycho. Immediate Relevation stacks and Psycho going down here. More or less, it looks like a tie game for now. With the last 2 Cypher machines here on mind, only Mercenary here is at half health. Meanwhile, all the other survivors on the field have all their items on their hands. Right now, I guess it is just a matter of time as well. It is really just a matter of time as well. We are going to be able to catch up towards the Aeroplanist here pretty fast, but it seems like we are not going to be able to get the teleportation on towards Anti. Anti did vault down there though, and meanwhile our main body did get hit by Tram, so we do have to be careful of a lot of things right now. Cipher Machine, we can just open a completely new one if we can't decode that one anymore. There's another Cipher Machine near S palette that we can decode. XMX Cipher Machine, they're currently at 34%. That's currently the new Cipher Machine we're on. As long as you just stay on stairs here, there's nothing that an IV can do. So even with the teleportation out right here, it's going to be an immediate counter here from the mercenaries. No part. There really isn't much items here left to use. There's only one pallet left here for Mercenary to use. We did get the blink out, and that's going to be a charge attack hit down. With 487, they're getting rid of the 87% Cipher Machine. You're also going to be able to see the Aeroplanist there going up towards balcony to get rid of the artifact upstairs. But even if you did get rid of it, doesn't really matter as well, because we can get another one leech on towards the Aeroplanist upstairs. Then the 80% Cipher Machine decoding progress. Currently, we are going to be able to chair near the chair. Anti-Current is also going to be able to make her way in without using any spin as well. With a 94% Cipher Machine decoding progress, 96. That's going to be a normal hit. That's going to be a drop down there. And I think maybe for Yavi right now would be best to get the Cipher Machine primed. But it seems like it seems like we're going to jump down here instead with a 100% stack. And now the only issue is we probably do need to force ourselves to just open a new Cipher Machine, because it's not worth it to try pop the 96% Cipher Machine. 47 being nearby as well, that's a 44% decoding progress, and even with that 44% decoding progress, seems like with the the Mercenary being nearby, we do want to get a rescue there for Mercy. That's no Scream on, a little bit unfortunate, but that is going to be around a 54% decoding progress there. We're going to be able to get a teleportation over from the other side right now. Mercenary does not have really that much items remaining right now. Can we get the Palamine game? We didn't even play Palamine game right there. We're going to be able to get the vault over there, and that should be a before half rescue on towards this Arrow. Arrow still does have hover. Arrow does still have jetpack, but Mercenary here didn't get the hit down just yet. That's fine, but no items left on towards this hand, so that's just unfortunate. Okay, then Aeroplanist on the other side does have Flywheel. Aeroplanist does have Hover. Aeroplanist has quite a bit of items left on his hands. Aeroplanist shouldn't really chase after him endgame. There is still 30 seconds left on the clock for Blink though, so we just want to stall enough time for Blink to be ready. That's probably what Ivy is currently thinking here as well. But there's 2 Cipher Machines primed, so that doesn't really matter. There's going 2 Cipher Machines primed, that doesn't really matter. It's an anti-current we're talking about here as well, so with that in mind too, we are going to be able to look for Yavi nearby immediately here too. We're going to be able to hover away. And even if he goes down right here, since we can't just rescue the Mercenary immediately too, Mercenary can just run up towards balcony to actually get that 96% Cipher Machine prime. That's going to be the teleportation over from the other side, but it was just a little bit too far away. For our arrow, for the survivors, side note right now, we just need to, we leech on towards everyone right now, right? Which just means 2 things. First thing is we got the blink hit down. Second thing is, why didn't we run upstairs? Is what I'm thinking right now. But that 8 second is going to help Mercenary here quite a bit to rotate out. That's going to be the Cipher Machine popped here immediately as well. And only Aeroplanist and never mind, Aeroplanist and Anti-Current can both be leashed right now. It seems like the cooldown was just over. 47 on the run. We're still trying to find somewhere to go. That's going to be the flip out from the air immediately, but it seems like it just wasn't enough. Anti-Current here going down immediately. The other 2 Cipher Machines the 2 exit gates are currently being opened, but it seems like Yavi also decided to let his hands go. And with basically 1 jetpack left on his hands, I think we did get the crows out there as well. So if Ivy actually teleports right here, we might be able to get a Merc just has to leave. Merc has to leave unless he wants to get. Yeah, Merc has to leave. Merc. That might be not a good plan. Might not be that much of a good plan right now. What we have to do here is to pull as much distance as possible. Even when we do get a leech here, it should be more or less focused towards. Okay, that's 40. That's 40. That's the max presence stacks there, and that's gonna be relevation. 3-man elimination coming in from Debo's side. That's just unfortunate. We definitely could have made it out, but Mercy didn't get out on time. If Mercy got out on time, it would be just a tiny bit more different. We're going to be able to get that relevation stack, stand up flywheel, but it seems like we did win the Palamine game. But I mean, that Palamine game wouldn't really do much for you, especially with the fact that you have no items remaining on his hands, and it's really just farming for points. Unless we get dungeon, which is really hard. Can we get dungeon? Dungeon is actually near middle. If I'm not, is that near middle? Yeah, that is near middle. Okay, dungeon near middle. Yeah, but like even like all what Ivy has to do here is to wait for D-Leech to be over for Aeroplanist. Right, so we're gonna speed it up here by a little bit. And that's 88% stack, and that's Aeroplanist going down. Let's move on straight towards second half then of game 2. Okay, let's move on directly towards second half. We're going to be able to see Tawai coming out as trump card attention on Palun alongside with Excitement. There's going to be a priestess on this team as well, and of course a coordinator. You could use the Excitement for priestess and for both for priestess and coordinator, but for everyone else right here, it really is just a tad bit of a gamble there as well. But even so, let's move on towards the game then. There's going to be one flywheel on towards the priestess, and the other two does have a window speed boost. Okay, let's move on towards the game. It's a bit hard here for Wheel to play, especially with the long window here in Graveyard. You do see as well Priestess already rotating in towards Graveyard here, so the next best target, I guess, is going to be the Cordy. But with Cordy here as well, we definitely could get a spike. We're currently looking. We did get one drop down, but that's going to be a window vault over there as well, so sadly, there's nothing much you can do in that situation unless that pallet dropped in. But also at the same time, it kind of does work towards the favor of Wheel. That's going to be 2 traps on, 8 seconds left until Blink is ready. Not Blink, sorry. Excitement is ready. So right now, we're just waiting for Excitement to pop open and then go after the Coordinator. Coordinator going to be able to drop the pallet down right there. We didn't get the traps on, sadly. But, you know, more or less in this situation, it is still okay. It is still somewhat okay. That's going to be the trap taken by Priestess. We're going to run towards the other side of the map right now. I'm here just waiting along for a little bit longer. We're going to be able to get the vault over. The next trap is ready, but that's going to be a pallet speed boost away for our Cordy. Even with Cordy here on mind, I feel like for Songhai we're a little bit too hasty. We are a little bit too hasty with our traps. Priestess standing nearby here once again trying to provide assistance, and that's going to be the vault over, and that's going to be immediate head down. Okay, overall no problem at all, since there's another portal to go straight towards Graveyard here. But you know, from Priestess's point of view right now, she doesn't really have any portals remaining. So from the survivor side, okay, we wanted the support, but we didn't manage to get it. So I did manage to fully deny the support, and now the only issue is the pallets that has been dropped down just needs to be taken care of as soon as possible. Lying here wanting to come in with a no damage rescue. We are going to be able to, we're not going to be able to get a spike here, so we might as well try to go for the hit instead. Who are we going to be able to hit? That's Coordinator there with the speed boost right after rescued from chair. I forgot what that persona was called, so I'll research it afterwards. But right now as well, since there is, well, I mean, the Lawn Portal would be able to give us max presence, but I guess that's what we don't want to do. Coordinator there currently at the other side right now. We're going to use Wheel Form to catch up immediately. I guess Wheel Form in this case now is probably better since you didn't open max presence just yet. And that's going to be the pick up there on towards the Cordy. Now then, one small issue I would say, right, would be the Priestess. Priestess does have one portal ready to go. Priestess can utilize that portal to assist her survivors to go back towards the window right after we vault over. With drop being nearby here as well, we need to get the immediate rescue, but it seems like we're going to be able to get a no damage rescue anyways, and that's going to be the first spike. Even with the first spike here in mind, we need to get towards the window. The window, can we get a second spike? We didn't, which is a little bit unfortunate. With a window speed boost there as well, alongside with her own speed boost, Coordinator might just not be in the best possible area here. And we are going to be able to make it towards the other side right now. That's going to be another one there deployed. But Cordy does not have flywheel, which is the good news. We did get that excitement out, but I felt like we could have snapped the moment the gun came out with the excitement pop as well. Then we're only missing one last item machine at 40%. For tomorrow right now, we're still not at max presence, which is a little bit of an issue, but at least we do have the tension. That's kind of the good news out right now. YYK finishing off his cipher machine right there. It's currently a corner cipher that has to be decoded, and there's another cipher machine near Geisha. S-Palette also has a cipher machine too, but it seems like it's going to be lying here on towards the last cipher machine. Chasing after this first officer is going to be really hard, especially when he's at full health in corner house too. Yeah, it might be a bit of an issue here, especially with so many obstacles being nearby as well. We don't have max presence. We probably won't be able to get that trap anyways, but we need to drop. It didn't go down. If that went down, would have been a no damage chip, but yeah, it is what it is. That's going to be another drop down. We are going to be able to follow up here pretty fast, and that's max presence here on towards the breaking wheel. Breaking wheel right now just needs to change towards wheel form, get a spike on towards the first officer, and then maybe snap him down and start slugging him. But it seems like right now we want a cheerleader. We want to down the cheerleader, but like it just doesn't work that way, because the moment you change human form, that's going to be a pom-pom chair away. No max presence spikes here on towards a cheerleader. And I guess the only big issue here right now is she also has another pom-pom left on her hand, so it doesn't really matter for cheerleader right now. We're going to be able to get a snap here anyways. There's going to be a drop coming in from behind, and Lion still having one pocket watch left on his hands. That's going to be another speed boost here utilized by Palloon. But for breaking wheel right now as well, it really is just a matter of time. That's going to be the switch over. We don't have snaps just yet, but we did get the trap down. And in this case scenario, probably the best case that we should be doing is either to slug or get the chair down. But with knowing where Priestess is, I think it'd be pretty hard here for Priestess to get the rest. You know, we're going to drop down here instead. I'd say the best case scenario there is for you really just to chair and then go after Priestess. But like with a cipher machine there at 68%, I guess Twine just didn't realize. Twine really just didn't realize there. Got the max presence. We want to get the trap. We did get a trap, and that's going to be immediate hit down. Cipher machine at 98%. We cannot pop. We popped there immediately. Okay, that was a little bit of a that was we limit tested it a little bit too much, because if that popped and then we hit it immediately, then it would have been pretty bad here. But I guess with 2 pop-ments remaining on whose side? On cheerleader's hands. It really is just, we get a snap down here and we go towards the other side of the map right now. That's the only thing we can do. That's going to be the teleportation over towards the other side. There is a tram, but we just got hit over the tram. There is also tinnitus coming from Lion. And it seems like for Lion right now, he wants to come in for a rescue too, but we need to understand one quick thing as well. And that is, you can't change to wheel form here. You cannot change to wheel form here. I'll just tell you this. You change to wheel form, you're screwed. Right? So right now you just have to stand here and wait. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter here. Both first officer and cheerleader is currently at half health, but the moment you change to wheel form, you won't be able to get that double down situation. And not getting that double down situation is going to be critical here for whether this will become a 3-man elimination or a tie game for YS. So I'm here still trying to buy as much time as possible. Still trying to solve for as much time as possible. Cheerleader cipher machine is at 75%, but she's running towards this side of the map right now, just to allow first officer to rescue. But you know, it doesn't really matter on that side now too, because even if they do both decide to come over, it won't be enough time. Cheerleader's a little bit too far away. But I guess also at the same time, they want to get first officer out of the gate, which is why cheerleader's going to come in from the back. If Tomoe realizes this as well, it probably would be good. We didn't get the hit over, but we would be able to get the hit right now. That's going to be the first officer down. And with the first officer down right here, cheerleader on the back, we could definitely go after cheerleader here, who does have does not have self-heal. So with the no self-heal on mine, but there's 2 pom-poms here though, which might be a bit of an issue. 2 pom-poms might actually be a bit of an issue, and Priestess does have 2 portals on her hands. But right now, it really is just, you know, who can we actually go after in this situation? We know that cheerleader left, which means that we should go over and chair Lion right now, which is a very nice decision made by the hunter. But of course, with the long portal there on mind as well, the gate is currently at... Oh no, we can teleport over. Right after we get the gate, right after we get the hit on towards the portal, we could try teleport over here immediately. Can't get a teleport over. We are going to be able to get teleport over right now, but drop isn't nearby. Drop left for the other side of the map right now, and we just... well, we do have 1 portal left, right? So... the moment we change towards wheel form here, if priestess portaled, and we got out, wait, there is a trap, but there's a flywheel to counter. Let's congratulate the tie here for YS's survivor side.